Today, I want to talk about 3 things concerning longevity that I think is important that you should know. And the first item is my research concerning longevity, the insights that I've gained. And the second item is the problem with working and not being outdoor working. And the third problem is one solution to get around these important things that we spend so much of our time doing. So let's first dive into my research. So as you know, I'm an author. I write the book. It's called What I Wish I Knew About Longevity, with the subtitle How to Live a Fun and High Value Life as a Centenarian Celebrity Beyond 100 Years Old. And I do realize that it's a very long subtitle, but it does convey the message that I'm sending out. During my research, I realized that centenarians become who they are. Centenarians, people become living over 100 years old. The one thing they have in common is movement, and especially movement outside in the sunlight. So for example, if you go to any of the blue zones, you'll encounter a lot of centenarians growing their own food or gardening. And what is that really? Is really movement outside in the sunlight, because you can't garden. Well, I guess you can garden inside, but it's gardening outside, growing your own food outside. And if you go to Sardinia, Italian island, you'll see men who have very long lives. And what these men do, what they have in common, is they herd either sheep or cow. And what does that do? That is essentially outdoor movement in the sunlight that gives them, so movement, you know, it's like exercising. They walk for miles to herd their sheep or cattle. And in the island Icaria I went to, I lived with an 84-year-old woman, and she grew her own food to eat it. And the terrain is hilly, so she moves up and down the hill to grow food and things like that. So it's better than exercising in the gym, because, you know, movement outside in the sunlight, you get the fresh air and nature, and it's almost like living in harmony with nature. So that's just the insight that I gained, and that's I think it's a very important thing to do if you want to live the life of longevity, you know, beyond 100 years old. So what we'll show you next is people prefer the comfort of working inside. Like for instance, a room. I'm at this place, kind of like a condo. So I found this roof deck. It's a really good place to work outside, and as you see, sunlight. But other residents here, they prefer working inside, and I don't know why they do that, because I guess they really don't know the benefits of getting vitamin D, or basically not a vitamin D, but an important hormone that helps with tons of benefit. Vitamin D provides you with immunity and helps you sleep better at night and all sorts of benefits. So yeah, I'll show you. I guess people are just used to working indoors. They haven't considered working outdoors, right? Outside here in this balcony, it's a really nice place. This is where my computer setup is at, you know. I set it up. It's a really nice place to be working with you get to enjoy the view, and you get a lot of benefits out here. Sunlight on your skin. So it's puzzling to me why people would not work out here. It's so nice. You get I'm gonna go over there, you'll get to see the beach or the water view. It's a nice view. And then, you know, they could just set up, work out here, just like me, and get to enjoy the mountain view as well. So this is this nice area. Nobody works out here other than me. And I'll show you where people prefer to work, which is gonna be inside A, and you see one person working there, and then two more people working there, and there is just no, they don't even turn on the light. So it's in the middle of the day, it's 12 noon, but their skin is not really exposed to sunlight exposure. And they don't get the benefits of the vitamin D. So they should have turned on the light in here if they choose to work. At least they get some daylight distinction. And out here is, and in here they don't even get like fresh air to work in. So one solution to this is to work outside and standing like this, you know, instead of sitting. And you know, you can read a whole book that's called Sitting Kills, and it's just not good. So rather than sitting inside, you move outside and work outside in the sunlight, move back and forth. And because a lot of people spend most of their time working, so this will give you all the benefits you need, you know, the sunlight, the movement, and the vitamin D, and whatever. And so this would be what I highly recommend, and it can really change your life, increase your longevity. And considering that movement is the central theme of this video, I want to show you a different place where I set up my standing desk. So I'm standing here working on my laptop, and you can see my surrounding is beautiful. It's outside in nature. There's a limestone right back there. I'll show you more of that later. But outside in nature, fresh air, sunlight, vitamin D again, obviously. So I'm just gonna show you. And as you can see, like, no one other than me works outside. Everybody, I don't know, they either don't work here or they don't work outside. And so just gonna show you. So I work and I come out here to take a break and enjoy the beach view of this amazing beach in the Philippines, with the limestones, cliffs everywhere, considering like another natural wonder of the world, in my opinion. But so you don't have to you know, sit there and work the entire time. If you do work, you know, if you happen to be sitting, you should stand up every 20 minutes and take a break, because sitting kills. So you can sit and work, but I would discourage that. So I highly recommend outside, working outside and standing, and take breaks like this. So this is another example that how you can work and increase your longevity. Thanks for watching.